Welcome back to my backyard snack yard. We're in my kitchen because today I've got myself a little bowl of green unripe walnuts that I want to pickle. It's a specialty here in England and it's a really fun thing to do. I've wanted to do this for ages because there are so many walnut trees around. We even have one in our garden that's very small at the moment. And so you want to get them at this sort of time of year. It's a very small window you can catch them at before the shells inside, the walnuts are inside these little cases. And once they start hardening, it's too late. But at the moment, they're still soft in there. And so we can get preparing them. It takes a little bit of time. It's a little fiddly. I need some gloves because these shells, even though they look very green, they really stain your fingers for weeks and weeks. Your fingers get completely brown, as do your nails, if you get the sap on your hands. So I'm going to wear some gloves and I'm going to prick holes with a fork. I've got them all pricked now with a fork so they can really suck up all the brine I'm going to make. That's what we have to soak them in for 8 days. So let me just make some brine. For the brine, we have 600 milliliters of water in a pot, and we're going to add 4 teaspoons of sea salt flakes. I'm using this one here. So I'm going to bring that to a boil and make sure the salt all dissolves. Once it's boiling like now and all the salt is dissolved, I'll just take it off the heat and leave it to cool. And so now that the brine is cooled off, I'm just going to pour it over the walnuts that have all been pricked with a fork. Make sure they all get covered properly. Let's have a look down there. There they are. Look how the water is getting colored already. That's how much color is in them. They really stain everything. So now I'm going to just close these guys up and they're going to sit in that salty mixture, that brine, for 8 days in a dark spot. Here we are 8 days later. Just look how black that brine has gotten. And that color just stains so much. I've actually been in and just moved it around every so often just to make sure that everything was covered by the brine, but oh my goodness, it just stains so badly. So now what I need to do is get them all out, get them all to dry in the sunshine. It's a bit overcast today, but I'll leave them out for a full day and that should help them dry somewhat. It's not meant to rain, so that's the main thing, because what we want them to do is to turn completely black. So I'm going to somehow get them out without getting stained, so I'm going to put my gloves on again and remove them all. I put some stones down the corner to keep the paper flat and in place. And I'll just come out and turn the little walnuts over every so often, at least once, to make sure they dry on all sides, and hopefully by the end of the day they will be dry and looking as black as this one all over. That is what we're aiming for, and then we'll pickle them. It's really funny because the brine already smelt a bit like pickled walnuts. So I just hope it's not going to rain. Look at all the little places I've pierced it with a fork. I've gotten really black. The pickling mix is very simple. I just use 500 milliliters of malt vinegar, or thereabouts, and mix it with 50 grams of caster sugar. That'll do nicely. I'm going to bring that to a boil and mix it occasionally and just make sure that all the sugar dissolves. Once it's boiling, take it off the heat and leave it to cool. Look at that, they've been outside for a whole day in the sun and they look beautiful and ready to be pickled. I've had to turn them a time or two just to make sure that they would dry on all sides. And I'm still wary of touching them, but yeah, they're dried all around. Look how much they stain though. Look at all that stain. Amazing still. So I'm not going to touch them with my fingers, but I will take them into a jar now. And they fit perfectly into my little jar. So I'm just going to go and add the pickling vinegar mix. So there they are, my first jar of walnuts. Just taken outside where the light is really good still. So I'm going to put them somewhere nice and dark and cold for a month. And then we'll tuck into them. They go really well with things like cheeses and that sort of thing. Cheese boards. Should be lots of fun. We might keep them for the colder months. But thank you so much for watching. It's been lots of fun making it. I hope you can try making some if you have some walnuts nearby. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.